first time I met 50. And I think one of the things I noticed when he first walked into the room was his presence, right? Because it just kind of felt like he's going to be a star. Like just the way he carried himself, swagger, everything. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like he was the whole package. I'm here today because this is not only like a business partner to me, it's one of the best friends I've ever known in the world. And
what if the most powerful man in music isn't the one people are watching right now? What if the real tension is building around the man standing beside his friend silently? Because when 50 Cent starts pushing at billion-dollar empires, people don't just look at him. They look at who might push back.
New lawsuit coming with Jay. The part with Jay. I go, oh, shoot. Like,
that's right. To us, yeah. That's right.
That had to be there.
We getting tighter. What I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you this year.
The first time Eminem met 50, he didn't see just another hungry rapper. He saw presence, swagger, something that felt inevitable. According to Eminem himself, there was a pull, the kind that tells you this person is going to change everything. And here's what people forget. At that moment, 50 wasn't protected. He wasn't embraced. He was blacklisted.
He was doing was so crazy there was nothing to get rid of. There was nothing that we could even say, oh, that would be cool for a mixtape. At the end, that's why the album was so long. And my album had 19 cuts on it. Technically, the maximum playing time you got for a single disc. And it's technically a double CD series side. I don't know if we really set out to create anything. It was more, let's just make the best music you win.
By 2002, Curtis Jackson had already survived 9SA00TS outside his grandmother's house in Queens. That part is confirmed. The motive behind it? 50 has described it as tied to past street business, alleged arrangements, karma, as he once put it. But the music industry didn't treat him like a survivor. They treated him like a liability. Labels backed away. Radio froze him out. Murder Incorporated distanced themselves. Columbia Records dropped him. On paper, his career should have Ed right there. But then a mixtape changed everything. When Guess Who's Back reached Eminem, he didn't hesitate. He called Dr. Dre immediately. That phone call led to a joint deal with Shady Records, Aftermath, and Interscope. On February 6, 2003, Get Rich or Die Trying debuted at number 1, selling roughly 872,000 copies in its first week. That's not rumor. That's Billboard history. And here's the part people miss. Eminem didn't just sign him. He executive produced. He showed up. He went to war when needed.
Then I don't remember about 2002. I have a very clear memory of the first time I met 50. Something about him just drew you in. Dre and me knew that if it worked on us, that it was going to work on the rest of the world. And I'm glad we trusted our instincts. I'm here today because this is not only like a business partner to me, it's one of the best friends I've ever known in the world. And he's also helped me through a lot of hard times in my own life. And he's always been there when I need him. It's much more fun to be his friend than it is to be his enemy. Because this guy is relentless and he won't stop. So 50, congrats on your star, man. Hollywood is making official.
When Ja Rule and Murder Incorporated escalated tensions, Eminem stepped into the booth. Diss tracks flew, lines were crossed, and a message was cemented across hip-hop culture. Coming for 50 meant dealing with Shady too. That kind of loyalty doesn't expire. It compounds. Fast forward 2 decades, and 50 is no longer the blacklisted underdog. He's a mogul, producer, executive, and over the past 2 years, he's become one of the loudest voices online targeting alleged corruption inside the industry. When federal agents raided Sean Diddy Combs' properties in March 2024, confirmed by multiple outlets, and Combs was later arrested on federal racketeering and *XTR at ficking charges, 50 didn't stay quiet. He posted, he trolled, he produced a Netflix documentary examining the situation.
Withdrew a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z, which alleged the rape of a 13-year-old girl. Jay-Z came out fighting. He filed a lawsuit against you personally. He said that you and the Jane Doe, the accuser, were soullessly motivated by greed in abject disregard of the truth and the most fundamental precepts of human decency. The filing claimed the woman voluntarily admitted to Jay-Z's representative that he did not assault her, and that you, Tony Busby, had pushed her to go forward with a false narrative of the assault by Mr. Carter, Jay-Z, in order to leverage a maximum payday. What is your response to all this?
You said a great mouthful. That's almost every line you stated is false.
Now here's where it gets complicated. The Department of Justice released large volumes of Epstein-related documents in early 2026. Among millions of pages, reports circulated online claiming an anonymous tip referenced Jay-Z alongside Harvey Weinstein in a 1996 incident at Jeffrey Epstein's property. That claim remains disputed. Jay-Z has categorically denied wrongdoing. No criminal charges have been filed against him related to those allegations. That distinction matters. But 50 responded anyway. Instagram posts, teases about documentaries. I smell beef and popcorn. And within hours, timelines exploded because Jay-Z isn't just another rival. According to Forbes, his net worth has been estimated around $2.5 billion. His business footprint spans Roc Nation, Armand de Brignac, major NFL partnerships, and deep corporate ties. This isn't a lyrical sparring match. This is institutional weight.
R-word lawsuit against Jay-Z has been dropped, and he has since made a statement. Attorney Tony Busby was representing the Jane Doe who accused Jay-Z of doing unspeakable things to her many years ago. But now the attorney has dropped the civil case. This is the notice of voluntary dismissal, and this is Jay-Z's statement, which was posted on the Roc Nation Instagram page. He says, "Today is a victory. The frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed. The civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. This 1-800 lawyer," referring to Tony Busby, "gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe, and when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. The court must protect victims, of course, while with the same ethical responsibility, must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally." And of course, it's signed.
A separate civil lawsuit filed in December 2024, later voluntarily dismissed, accused Jay-Z and Diddy of serious misconduct involving a minor. Jay-Z publicly denied the claims and called the suit frivolous and fictitious. The dismissal is confirmed. The allegations were not proven in court, but perception doesn't wait for verdicts. And here's where the anxiety kicked in. After 50 intensified his posts about Jay-Z's alleged Epstein connection, entertainment blogs claim Beyoncé's legal team issued warnings demanding he stop. There has been no official confirmation from her representatives. Still, the rumor traveled fast. 50 didn't delete anything. He posted more. That's when the tone online shifted. Not toward defamation, toward safety. Fans began warning 50 to watch his back. Commentators drew comparisons to past tragedies in hip-hop history. Tupac in 1996, Biggie in 1997, Nipsey Hussle in 2019. Each case carries its own confirmed facts and unresolved theories. But the pattern people whisper about? Powerful voices, sudden silencing. And that's where Eminem's name re-entered the chat. There is no public statement from Eminem connecting Jay-Z to Epstein. None. That needs to be said clearly. But what does exist is 2 decades of visible loyalty. D12's Bazaar stated in a 2023 interview that Eminem's loyalty to his circle is scary. That's opinion, not threat. But in hip-hop culture, reputation is currency.
That video was taped in 2017. What year was Harvey Weinstein investigated? Harvey Weinstein began being formally investigated and charged in 2017 and 18 after major news, blah, 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 blah. Now I understand why there are alleged reports that Jay-Z has flown out of
Eminem has sold over 220 million records globally. He has openly defied corporate pressure before. including during the Super Bowl 56 halftime show in February 2022, where reports stated he knelt despite alleged NFL objections. When Eminem decides something matters, history shows he doesn't flinch. So when fans speculate that Eminem has drawn a line in the sand over 50's safety, they're not citing one viral clip. They're referencing 20 years of behavior. When Benzino challenged him, careers shifted. When MGK stepped into the ring, musical directions changed. Fair or not, that's the narrative floating through the industry. Meanwhile, the Epstein files remain publicly accessible. Analysts continue combing through documents. Jay-Z continues to deny all allegations. Diddy awaits trial. 50 continues producing content and posting daily. And Eminem? Silent. Watching. Here's the reality. Proximity to controversial figures does not equal guilt. Jay-Z recorded albums with R. Kelly before Kelly's 2021 conviction. He partnered with Weinstein before Weinstein's 2017 exposure. Legally, association is not proof. But culturally, optics matter. Jaguar writers made explosive claims on multiple podcasts, alleging deeper connections among powerful industry figures. Those claims remain unproven. D.L. Hughley publicly compared blanket denials in general to past celebrity scandals. Kanye West has criticized Jay-Z's past affiliations in interviews. These are voices adding fuel, not verdicts delivering facts. But perception doesn't need a courtroom. And 50 understands that better than anyone. He amplifies, he reposts, he keeps the spotlight hot. The question now isn't whether Jay-Z can deploy legal defenses. He has. The question is whether pressure shifts when Eminem becomes more than an implied presence. Because here's the thing about Marshall Mathers. Silence from him has historically meant preparation, not absence. If something were to happen to 50 legally, professionally, or otherwise, would Eminem stay in the shadows? Or would the industry witness a lyrical escalation unlike anything in years? No press conferences, no warnings, just 20 years of proof. So now the culture waits. Diddy sits behind federal walls, awaiting his day in court. Jay-Z maintains his innocence and continues operating his empire. 50 keeps posting. Eminem keeps watching. And the real question isn't who's right or wrong. It's this. If the pressure rises another level, who actually has more to lose?